All right, so we're going to have to assess who everybody is.
Yeah, we have in front of us Aphrodite apparently starting as Protoss here. No, not quite. Leenock. Leenock starting as Protoss.
And the top left, and joining him, Choya getting Zerg. So a bit of role reversal here. They're going to have to give each other advice.
Jump up and switch seats.
Yeah.
Aphrodite rolling her main race here, going for Terran.
And Seed is playing Terran as well. So 2 Terrans here. Back when I played 2v2 every now and then, Terran was a team I considered to be a little bit weaker. Not a whole lot of early pressure you can put on, unless you go for a bunch of Marines.
I'm actually feeling really sorry for Choya. Because, like, this is the only race that can't proxy.
Yeah.
Well, you can, basically, but it's going to be very difficult for him to proxy properly. So that's going to be a tough one for Choya.
Yeah. So, of course, with 2v2, there's 4 tabs. So just keep in mind the top 2 tabs are Team Red, and the bottom 2 are Team Blue. And as long as you keep that in mind, you should be able to tell who's who. Keep in mind that Aphrodite, of course, is pink, as her gender would lead you to believe. And so far, no crazy builds. In fact, it looks like we're going to see a double CC first from Team Blue, which if you've ever played a 2v2, you know this is actually never the strategy you want to go for in a 2v2.
Yeah, usually if you do that, your opponent is bound to start with the 6 pillar.
I want to go in there and say, guys, you know, Choya is in the booth, right? You know it's Choya over there.
Maybe they don't know. Maybe it was hidden. But now they should. I mean, he's actively typing in the chat. But yeah, we have actually really the CC first for both players here. And you know, one of the things that in the past sometimes happened is that the Korean scene was a little bit annoyed if players went for very aggressive strategies and tried to end the game early in a show match like this. So I feel this is also one of the reasons why the teams feel a little bit more confident going into a more greedy build order, because they very well know that the chances that each team is trying to go into the mid game are very high to just make it the sport for the fans too.
Yeah, that's actually, I was going to raise that point, but you already did, so all I can say is that everything you're saying is exactly correct. It probably does play a role in this. Now, Seed has scouted this out, knows both races and the positions, and also seen that Choya, you know, believe it or not, has gone for a macro-oriented build, and Choya, on the other hand, sees as well. Seed's gone CC first. And, of course, now he's going to see what is going on over in Leenock Town, where he sees a normal gateway timing. Does not see a second gas, now sees, of course, confirms that there's no second gas there.
Leenock going for the harass here. Aphrodite already annoyed by pulling the second SCV immediately down to save the command center here. No problem whatsoever so far, but of course now with the probe coming in, Choya and Leenock know exactly what's going on here.
And it's just a little bit funny, you know, if you're not familiar with 2v2s, to see, oh, nice repair here, but he needs to attack that probe. Leenock almost getting an SCV kill.
Yeah, getting away again, not even losing a single hit point, and dodging the Marine too.
Leenock cheeky here
with the moves.
Now, usually in a 2v2, the more aggressive strategy is the one that wins out, because you have 2 players, and if 2 players fight against one army all at once, obviously the one army loses. That's just simple math. But if you go for expansions like everybody has here, then the same rule applies, like multiplied up, as you start getting splash damage units in the game. You have Colossi, you have speedlings to control the map to trap units. In the case of Team Blue, they're going to have a ton of Marines, and it looks like Leenock is going to go DTs here, I have a feeling.
Twilight Council coming in for the Noctopus, and with DTs, that's going to be really interesting. Leenock was probably just looking at the booth, he's like, okay, what annoys me the most when I play against a Protoss player? And he's like, DTs. And now he's maybe even going for them.
Yeah.
And at the same time, we have Choya already with the completed or about to be completed speed, getting the additional gas here, and our 2 Terrans are just cranking out Marines.
Yes, Seed goes double tech lab. Uh-oh, bit of a mistake here by Choya. Gonna lose an Overlord here. And he's not happy about it, as you can see.
Yeah, not happy about that at all. Losing the Overlord early on is for a Zerg player really annoying. That's not only potentially supply block you, but at the same time you have the sack lava, the money of course is also gone.
Oh, nice catch on the Stalker here. Should kill it, and he does.
Wow, Team Blue.
Shot, taking that Stalker out. And, you know, I wonder what the plan here is for Seed and Aphrodite, because getting the stim and the Comet Shields plus the +1 in the stim for Aphrodite kind of lends himself to being a big timing with bio. But here comes the Choya.
It's going to be MMMMM. We have Blink, by the way, not DTs. We have Blink instead. Those Zerglings are not going to do anything, not against 2 Marine forces.
No.
Yeah, it's like, no, that's not going to happen, dude. I'm sorry. But yeah, it looks like a lot better. Choya would be well advised to actually just get a Baneling Nest here.
Yeah, I think that's probably what we're going to see. And it looks like a Ling Baneling timing with Blink. But he's getting a lair, that's the thing, so...
Yeah, the lair is a bit interesting. Yeah, I would have expected him to start a Baneling Nest a long time ago. Against a double Terran, you always want to have a Baneling Nest in the game.
I mean, you know, there's a lot of different things we could see. It's just that with Leenock's powering up with the gateways and getting Blink, he's definitely going to be aggressive, and Choya's going to need something to synergize with that. Unless this is just merely a fake and a pressure. So just looking at the production tabs here, Evolution Chamber even going down for Choya here. So he is going to be getting upgrades of some kind. And he's taking a hidden base to the top. Yeah,
Roach speed coming in now for him.
Yeah, I mean, we could still see timing with Roach speed and Blink. He just has a really fast Blink that allows him to maybe harass a little bit on the map. Maybe that's why he went for that.
Yeah, but you know, against a massive Bioforce that is relying on Stim, Combat Shield, and maybe even a +1 attack upgrade, I feel it's going to be very risky. For now, we don't have a move out or anything like it. But still, Baneling Nest would probably have been a good idea, but Choya decides to go into the Roach build here with the speed for the Roaches, building them already. The +1 has also been started. And Leenock is probably just going to rely on his macro skills for now.
Yeah. Speaking of macro, excellent powering up here by Seed, looking natural at it. He's got a ton of production now, and he actually has the highest number of workers out of anyone in the game, 39 SCEs currently.
Yeah. Quick Scout coming in too.
Yeah. He's actually in a really good place right now, I have to say. He's got a ton of production. He just got Medivacs coming out here as well. The only thing he's missing is the +1, something that Aphrodite, of course, already does have. She starts armor and getting a late combat shields, but it will line up with her armor pretty closely.
Yeah, and Seed has the first few Medivacs also in the game, and he's getting you more of those. So we are going into a part of the game where the Marines and the Marauders are supported by Medivacs as well, and that's a really strong composition to face, especially in huge numbers. And if you do not have any kind of area of effect damage, we do not see Colossi, for example, we do not have any Storms, we don't have Banelings, so that's a little bit, that's very scary.
I mean, I'm no scientist, but I look at this, I look at that unit tab right there, and I think, well, I think the Bio Army is going to crush the Zerg and Protoss armies if they engage. I mean, crush it. Pure Stalkers, no Zealots, no Charge, no Colossi, no Storm. If he blinks up there, he's going to regret it, that's for sure. Got to stay away. He does pick off a depot, though. I like that.
I mean, Leenock is one of those guys who's really famous for his Baneling control and also to use them with Burrow. And he's probably just talking to Choya right now. And he's like, you need to research that upgrade. You need to get a Baneling nest. And Choya's like, no, dude, I'm completely fine. Roaches are awesome. I hate Roaches. They're so strong. He's like, yeah, but not against this race. Don't do it.
You know, something we hadn't really talked about. They could be using shared control. So that way, it doesn't look like, by the way that they're moving, but if they are using shared control, then that means like you can kind of use your Zerg instincts here.
Here we go, by the way. We have Blink Stalkers, and here come the Roaches. Aphrodite sees it coming.
Seed's way out of position here. If Aphrodite's army got attacked right now, it would be tragic for her.
It's actually the other way around. Here comes the Stim, and Seed is going, but Aphrodite is moving in as well. Here comes the Time Warp, and immediately the Terran forces are already ripping the Roaches apart. All of those Marauders are just killing everything.
Easy peasy, he says. Easy peasy, he says. And it looks that way. The Roaches in full retreat. The Stalkers on the right side. No real Blink micro here. Where is he going? He's trying to target the Medivacs and run away.
No Banelings, no win. I'm sorry, but yeah, there's the dance coming in, and Seed is having a lot of fun here.
He's going to continue the attack. Drops the mule with a scan. He's cut off the Stalker's retreat path here.
Oh my god, yeah, Choya, no Baneling Nest, and this is very, this is a very unfortunate position. Leenock is trying to do his best here with Blink, but the problem is that Marines and Marauders are coming from every single angle. He blinks into them by accident, he doesn't see them, and now his entire Stalkers are gone.
Thank you. And it's 100 chickens. Like, he just ate 100 chickens is basically the feeling he's trying to describe there. At least I think... She can pick Maori die. I think he's trying to say like that was like eating 100 chickens. I have no idea, but regardless, she got a bunch of free Stalkers.
Yeah.
And here he goes up the ramp. There's a lot of immortals. I think he needs Aphrodite's help here. He cannot do it alone.
Yeah, he needs a little bit of help for that. Alone against this army is maybe a bit too much. Aphrodite, on the other hand, nowhere to be really seen, but he's doing his best here. And here comes Aphrodite with the reinforcements, trying to move in as fast as she can.
And, you know, it's actually pretty close here with the Immortals in the back. It looks like they're definitely going to hold it.
Well, they're doing a decent job, but they are losing so many Roaches, especially. The problem is they don't know about the base at the top so far. And if you look at the numbers here, Seed is really low now in units, but Aphrodite still has 22 Marines.
Yeah, the Immortal count getting dangerously high here.
Yeah, they should have really attacked together. They won that first fight so convincingly, and they could have moved in and at least taken out one of the bases, but Seed maybe overextending himself a little bit, whereas Aphrodite was taking it a bit slow at this time. So then suddenly it was only one army against two.
You know, the base to the north for Choya is really, really helping them because that gives them so much extra production, for example. Notice also Choya has put all of his overlords behind Leenock's base, so it's impossible for them to be sniped. That's just a little clever thing I noticed here. Good scout here by Leenock. He may actually take a third Nexus, but he's going to have to do it really carefully with all these bioforces coming through. Just looking at the supplies here, you can see that, you know, I feel like Leenock and Choya are still in this game pretty nicely after that engagement. And 74 drones now for Choya. And oh, Doom drop ×2 coming to the main base here. Aphrodite leads the charge. Overlord the spot, but it's a bit too late.
Yeah, the Overlord can't do anything about it. Overlord goes down and all of the units are now suddenly in the base. Here we go. Needs to drop if they really want to take that fight. I think they're a little bit uncoordinated here, actually.
Yeah, the units on the low ground actually adding some DPS here. It's actually such a close fight. It's hard to say who's going to take it. Immortals on the retreat. Trying to cut off Seed's units to the south. Aphrodite's units now usually needs to pick up and get out. Does not want to fight against that much DPS. Meanwhile, the Fungal, the nice one here.
The Fungal is really good. Aphrodite should have just dropped onto the high ground as well. On the low ground, she didn't really do anything there.
Yeah. And, you know, I have to say,
wow.
Is this a throw here? Fungal on every Aphrodite
like
unit.
Leenock taking out the medivacs, and it looks like things suddenly change.
What is this? He says, oh, this is just, I mean, it seems like a throw. I mean, not an intentional one at that, but it's the game has gone from great to atrocious here for Team Blue very, very quickly. Zealot run by here by Leenock. He knows all about those, sending him right to Seed's third base.
I mean, they had such a great start into this game. Seed and Aphrodite were doing so well, but then suddenly Choya and Leenock just taking advantage of the mistakes that Team Blue was making here. They never really had their armies together. That drop into the main base could have been devastating, but then Aphrodite is still staying on the low ground. Seed commits the high ground attack, and they really got cut off. Then even the Infest are coming in with the Fungal, and now it's exactly the opposite. Leenock and Choya are suddenly chasing down the armies of Team Blue.
Yep, and that's way too many roaches. With the Stalkers, you can blink to the left, maybe. You can actually wait with all those forces coming through from Aphrodite.
Well, they still have a lot of burst damage here. I mean, this Terran army is so strong, but here come the Infestors. He needs to take those out.
He needs to snipe them. One of them looks like it may be sniped. Beautiful scanner by Seed. And he needs to just turn and Fungal it. He misses, only getting 3 units there.
That dodge on the Fungal was actually great. But we have the Stalkers moving in, taking down the gold base to the right side of the map of Aphrodite.
She needs a cancel on that planetary. She's not going to save the command center. There is a cancel. And Aphrodite kind of waiting here at the bottom of the ramp, maybe trying to bait an Investor to come down to try to snipe it. He's got, you know, just only Roach Force coming down. On the other hand, ooh, some serious hits there on Choya's Roaches.
Serious hits going down for sure, but still we have now Aphrodite moving in with the rest of the reinforcements, trying to hit the stim button once again. We have the Stalkers moving in on the other hand, and with a Blink they could be there to take this army down, but Seed is coming to the aid of Aphrodite,
you know,
moving in and pushing Team Red back.
I actually, at first, I was starting to feel like this team is lacking synergy. But the more I watch, I think this is actually intentional. Aphrodite goes by herself, baiting the Leenock and Choya off creep, and then as soon as he gets off creep, that's when Seed comes in and actually turns the battle in his favor. And here we go, he's got the better concave down here with Aphrodite on the right. Investors, one good Fungal, where are the rest?
Oh my god, Choya losing everything here. And the concave was really, really good. The Fungal was great, but the problem is there was nothing that he could do about it. He just ate the Fungal. The medivacs were making sure that the units didn't lose too many hit points, and now suddenly it is once again Team Blue moving in here and taking down everything. Choya nearly without units, and Leenock only with 2 Immortals left, and the entire Bio army is just moving and cutting everything to pieces.
So many medivacs here healing everything. Medivacs do not care what side they're healing all Bio forces, and GG!
Seed and Aphrodite take the game. Team Blue for the win once more.
What a crazy